What I remember about that 82 win is we slept in the Niagara Falls Flyer dressing room to save money.
A couple options here. We either didn't have a lot of money, we were cheap, we wanted to save money for drinking. I'm going to go with D, all the above.
And I think at least on one occasion, we not use the Niagara Falls Flyers team change room as our accommodation just to save money.
Ludsey got us set up in the dressing room at the Niagara Falls Arena. That's where we slept.
You guys were in the tournaments, like to go have a few drinks. Kirky, Patty.
So we go back after a little night of carousing.
On a Saturday evening, getting in the dressing room, and the wrestling ring, Tony Parisi's wrestling ring had been set up.
So that weekend, they were having an all-star wrestling competition. Tony Parisi, Dominic Danucci, Mighty Igor, the whole kit and caboodle.
There was a pro wrestling event in the arena. So it happened in the evening, and we came strolling back, I guess, and found ourselves waiting till everybody left.
And we all go back and look at each other and going, yeah, we're going to.
We decided to jump inside the ring.
So we all grab it, jump out, and onto the ring we go. We're doing fireman's toss, figure fours, leg hammers, leg lifts.
And we bounced around, and the big men and the biggest man, the Moons, showed us some holds.
And as I recall, somebody got bounced around a bit, was a little peeved. I think it might have been Pat Egan or something like that.
And then the Iron Sheik came by and gave Darrell Evans heck for playing with his Persian clubs. It was quite a night.
So if anybody asks us if we were hurting the next day after a Saturday night, the answer is yes, but not for the reasons why you would think. There might have been a little alcohol involved, but we were struggling the next day. But the story is, we ended up winning again anyways, because that's how fucking good we were.
In 82, when we won the title, we flew Willie Wilson in from Edmonton, Alberta. That's how much we wanted to win this tournament.
We were a very, very good team, and we had a lot of character, and we were very, very competitive, and proud of our street name and proud of our team.
Well, the first game we played against a team called Thorold Blackhawks. And they were a poor team, very, very poor team, and they knew they were going to get beat. But heaven behold us, it was 5-3 for us. We barely won that game. Little did anybody realize the 3 goals they got in the first game would be the only goals that would be allowed against the Markland Marauders in the 4 preceding games of the championships.
We felt we were invincible and unbeatable, and at times we actually were.
Some of those games that we had were way more intense than some playoff games that I actually played in.
We never thought anybody could beat us, and whether that was swagger, cockiness, stubbornness, tenacity, whatever, doesn't make a difference. We had most of these teams beat before we even played. No, we did have a swagger. I love it. It was just what came with it.
We won it 4 straight, no goals against. Never before has a powerhouse come forth and demonstrated itself running on all cylinders like we were.
I don't know how we ever came up with this idea, but we decided to chisel a big MM for Markland Marauders in front of John Kirk's house.
One summer, we snuck out of our houses at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and chiseled in the middle of the road where we played ball hockey. The MM, Markland Marauders.
Chiseling the MM on Fort Burnt Log Crescent, or in front of the house. Great memories.
We decided that we were going to mark the turf that we played on.
And I remember when we first started doing it, we went out night after night after night. We're chiseling and chiseling and chiseling and not getting very far with this MM through the asphalt. And Don Strang finally said, you might want to sharpen that chisel of yours. It might be able to work a little bit better. So we went and got it sharpened, and we had the MM done in about 3.5 minutes.
So we chiseled that MM. One of the best parts about it, we were on a scamper at about, 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, and we're chiseling to our heart's content. We've got it muffled, so we're not trying to avoid, gendarmes or anybody coming up and wrestling us. But lady comes by, and I can't remember if she was walking a dog, but anyway, she was out late, and she looked over to us and said, oh, boys, that looks like good, clean fun. So we looked at her and said, hey, you want to take a couple of whacks at it? So she grabbed the chisel, grabbed the hammer, had a couple of bang on and had more fun than a bag full of bobcats.
His dad wasn't too happy about it.
It didn't cause an uproar or a riot, but about 5 years later it got paved over.
Even when they paved over the road, we'd redo it.
We took diagrams and words exactly where the Marauder thing was. We chiseled it again. And when you know, they covered it up again. We chiseled it again.
And not only did we do it once, twice, we did it 3 times.
And now we're almost 6 years old and we're gonna have to chisel again because it's covered up.
By the way, that we got to do it again because they paved over the damn street again and we haven't done it, but we're gonna do it, guaranteed.
The Markland Marauders stood tall to all the challenges we faced in our playing days, ready and able to compete with the elite in the ball hockey world, anytime, any place, anywhere. Our story is not so much about the wins and losses and championships, as it is about the character, friendship, and love of each other. We stood at each other's weddings, celebrated the birth of each other's kids, and became uncles and godfathers to them all. We attended 25th and 35th wedding anniversaries. We have reunions with tall tales getting bigger and bigger. And we're still there for each other through the good times and the bad.
Occurred to me that this is right around now, be about 40 years since the Marauders were in their heyday.
And here we are 40 years past that, and we're still stay connected, and it's a friendship that I cherish.
Kirky and Luds were very lucky to have a great group of friends, which will last forever.
One of the things that made the Markland Marauders really special was it really didn't matter how good you were. It was all about having fun.
It was a fun-filled time with great characters, great camaraderie.
It's something that was one of the many pleasures of my life, and something that I was actually very proud of too.
One of my fonder memories of my younger days hanging out with you guys in Toronto. It was lots of fun.
Willie's my brother, and Kirk and Luds are my brothers too.
He's my brother. I love him.
Can't say enough about what an impact that that chapter in my life had. The friendships that we were able to make and bond with these guys. And even though right now that we may be separated by thousands of miles, the memories keep us connected each and every day.
I have tremendous respect for all of those guys to this very day, and that was what the Markland Marauders was all about.
So you ask me if I miss those days? No, I can hardly remember those days actually, but I miss those guys.
As we've always said, long live the Markland Marauders, and long live their legend.
Cheers to the Markland Marauders, and long live the legend.
Long live the Markland Marauders, and long live their legend. Love y'all. Best buddies I've ever had.
Hi, Norm.
Hi, Barbara.
Have you seen the boys, Stephen and John?
Yeah, I did. They were around here a little while ago. I don't know where they are now. There's some noise out the front. Maybe I'll take a look and see if they're out there.
Don't tell me they're playing ball hockey
That's
again.
exactly what they're doing.
Oh, my.
And your son Stephen's the happiest guy because he's playing goal.
Oh,
He just
great.
loves to
Well,
play
tell him
goal.
I want him.
In fact, I think he kind of arranges these things so he can play goal.